the Super Bowl adverts in 2024, which cost normally millions for a few seconds of advertising. Clearly, Temu is targeting ferociously the Western world with their cheap products. And here we are going to analyze a different aspect of Temu and compare it to Amazon, DHGate and eBay. So I took the plunge a few weeks ago, and so far I placed a number of orders, altogether close to 50 items. So I received 4 orders and there are 3 more orders on their way, as we are going to see soon in my video I have prepared here. So what I have done, I started researching the website. I saw there are lots of great items, and one very interesting thing, as you see here with this item priced $137, I purchased it on Amazon priced over 10 Canadian dollars. So this means these items sold by Amazon, also from China, most of the stuff is from China, they are sold on Amazon 5-6 times or even more expensive than what they are. And the problem is, on Amazon, okay, you can get them the next day or in 1 week. If you order from Temu, you get them in 1 to 2 weeks. So this is where I started actually researching the reviews on the website to see what people have to say. And I was looking at negative reviews mainly and pictures to see the impression of other people and what they are going to say about these items, whether they like them or not. Soon after placing the first order, I had to start writing lots of positive reviews myself. Out of all the items I have ordered, only 2 were disappointing, and I'm going to show later on these 2 items. So, concluding, these was great value for money. And here are the 3 orders to arrive, as you can see on the left hand side of the screen. On the right hand side you can see the coupons and offers. I have got 12, a credit balance of $760 because of the items which were not up to standard, and I have complained. One thing I'm going to talk briefly is about this Farmland and Fishland games, and I'm going to create another video about this, detailing the problems you might encounter. So I'm not sure if you want to take these games. Basically, I'm not impressed. And as you can see there, the top of the list is me as a savvy buyer. So I'm top of the rank on both games at this moment in time. I also took another game and also lots of problems. So I'm going to explain another video, as I mentioned, the problems, the pitfalls with these games. So this is one of the items in the first order I placed. There were 4 items. These 2 type of wedge sandals, one rather simple and one with all these rhinestones on top. And I'm always looking at their measurements based on the foot length they advertise and the shoe length. So basically I'm 24.5 because I'm a bit wide, and so based on this I chose size I think it was 8. They also give you a size 8.5 sometimes. So this is the second pair of sandals I ordered. I have a huge collection of wedge sandals, and I checked the reviews to see what other people were saying, because it's very important to have lots of reviews. When you don't have reviews, there is a huge question mark. So to start with, Temu gives you lots of coupons and offers, and clearly you have to be very savvy about it. And to start with, I would highly recommend to actually download the app and start placing orders there. At some moment in time, they even advertised, now depends from country to country probably, because it's not available here in Canada. I recommend it to several people, but in the States it was available. So as soon as you download the app, you had $100 available to buy items and only pay for the shipping. this is not an offer there is in Canada at this moment in time. There are other things you have to do, and I'm going to detail in the next video as related to those games, which are very time consuming. So you'll have to decide if you are actually interested in playing games, if you've got lots, a huge presence on the social media, and you have got lots of friends. Now, looking at Amazon, interestingly, this item is $22. On Temu is $27. On Amazon, you can get it the next day or in 1 week. Clearly on Temu, you get it in 1 week or 2 weeks, which I find very interesting, because in the UK, if you are a Amazon Prime member, you get the items next day. In the States and Canada, you get them in several days, not the next day. Now, looking at another Chinese website, DHGate, this one again functions like eBay in terms of if you want to buy items from China. So nowadays it takes at least 2 weeks, even more, to get your items. And what I have done when placing orders on all the websites, whether eBay or DHGate, I always looked at reviews, how much I can trust those sellers, because sometimes sellers are not very honest. So clearly you have to place orders based on reviews, and here on DHGate the shipping differs, whereas on Temu you don't pay anything for shipping. So the next thing was for me to actually research Temu online, when it was created, registered. You can see there, registered on 2003, and this site started functioning properly since 2023 actually. The next thing I looked at, complaints and concerns. How is Temu in Canada? In the States, there is a Better Business Bureau functioning with a different name in UK, for example. So there are loads of reviews also on Trustpilot, which interestingly, lots of negative reviews. I write lots of reviews on Trustpilot, and I don't trust reviews with reviewers with one review only. So I tend to go for reviews who are like me, reviewers with lots, say at least 10-20 reviews. More information on Temu, which I have done online, as you can see here. You don't have to go to a library like 20-30 years ago. So this is brilliant. So the next thing was to check the Temu warranties or guarantees, which are very important. So on their website, Temu says, okay, we give you a $5 credit, Canadian dollars, if the items arrive 1 day later. So here is specific after Feb 2, because this is when the order was supposed to arrive. Refund if the item is damaged, 18-day no update refund, and 30-day no delivery refund. So I had some problems with 2 items only, purely because, as I said, the sellers have not been honest. So basically in this respect, you can say that Temu functions like eBay. They have got all these sellers, say if you order from China, for example, and now it's a matter for the seller to be truthful. If the seller is not truthful, just like on Amazon, they have got their items imported from China, so Amazon will promote these items as the seller did. So then you'll have the negative reviews on Amazon if, say, the item and the seller has not been truthful. I placed more orders, and most of the orders were for items for nails, because they are so much cheaper. So here they are like $1.99, whereas on Amazon they're over 10 Canadian dollars. So is clearly a huge savings. So the first 2-3 orders had lots of items for my nails, stickers, and these foils you see here. I placed those 2 orders for shoes. I placed more orders to organize my stickers, my nail stickers, as you can see here on the right hand side. Then I moved on to clothing and shoes. So I placed orders for beautiful boots. They look so designerish with their nice design. And also clothing, I just highly recommend them. One other thing I highly recommend is to not pay directly with a card. Maybe you can register your card with PayPal, so you have an extra level of protection. Even so, my card was backing all these shoppings. I spoke with them and I said, hey, I'm going to place order with this company based in China. Do I have any protection? They said, yeah, we can give you protection, is included in your card. But I wanted to add an extra level of security. That is why I registered with PayPal. So you are protected on so many levels. You have got all these guarantees from Temu. This is a beautiful leg adornment, so for the ankles, you know, in summertime when you wear flip-flops, you can put that lace. I ordered more stuff like that, and yeah, this is perfect. And this stuff you saw there briefly with the big rhinestones, you can attach it to shoes at the front of the shoes if you want to look very nice. That kimono you saw there again is simply amazing. This is another order I placed for 18 items, and as I mentioned many times before, only 2 items were bad. Is the first item on the left hand side. I think you can see there that nail plate, purely because the seller was not honest. The flowers were much smaller than advertised, and also that item on the right hand side, you saw it briefly there with the rhinestones, because should have been 27 centimeters in diameter. No, they are 25 centimeters in diameter, which means they are just tight on my ankle, but if you have bigger ankles, could be problematic for you. So altogether, huge savings. Probably I saved several hundreds of Canadian dollars. I'm very, very happy. So in return, what I have done, I started writing lots of reviews myself on Temu, advising people what to buy. I have been writing reviews for a very, very long time on different sites around, so I know how important these reviews are when you want to buy something and not to be let down. Another thing I would like to talk about is about delivery. So what I noticed from the very beginning, they said the item is going to be delivered between 7 to 10 days to a week. So when you have got the tracking, they send to you at all times. Now, one order arrived in 7 days. Another order was delivered in 12 days. So what I did, I have contacted Temu straight away, and the customer service was very good. In this respect, the customer service is simply brilliant. Notice here when it says the order was shipped on 22nd of January and nothing happened until 26th. This is when I reached the customer service, and they have been very good, and they said, okay, we are going to get in touch with the shipping company. So they're using several shipping companies, and some companies are better than others, and what they can do is to only make sure they're not going to use a shipping company if you ask them not to use that specific shipping company. But even so, I received all my orders so far within the interval of time promised, so that is why I highly recommend Temu. Should I have problems in the future, most surely I'm going to write reviews and make a new video about this. Well, as ever, I hope this influenced you too and was of help. Thank you for watching.